This is a public service announcement brought to you by your friends at Degeneration X.
Break it down!
Hey YouTubers, Degeneration HanX here, and welcome to another one of my rants. In today's rant, I'm going to be focusing on what has been hailed as one of the greatest sporting events of all time. The pinnacle of every athlete's dreams and ambitions. Yes, that's right, the 30th Olympiad. Or I like to call 17 days of a total fucking waste of time. Yes, that's right. Yes, now, once again, we get to see underdeveloped women and closet-case sissy boys running around doing sporting events which George Carlin used to call faggot college activities. I mean, good grief, what normal person actually watched this shit? I mean, it's not like baseball or football. It's all these goofy things you see in colleges. And, nobody wants to see college sports unless it's basketball, football, or baseball. You don't normally see this kind of stuff. They don't even show half this shit on ESPN. And, it's kind of stupid here. And, of course, the aim of this is supposed to bring a unity and a peace between all nations. They're innocent. Yeah, right. I mean, for one thing, they had one of the Olympics held in Nazi Germany. Oh, yeah. This was like a couple of years before Nazi Germany started taking over Europe. And, and this is after, also, you got to remember, Nazi Germany did a lot, was breaking a lot of treaties and stuff during this time period, trying to make themselves look good for the Olympics. So, that's, a little bit of hypocrisy there. And then, of course, then a few years later, many decades later, you had the killings of Israeli athletes in Munich, Germany, by terrorists. And then, of course, the Cold War had to be filtered in there. Yeah, with the Soviets attacking Afghanistan, trying to take it over, and, of course, causing many nations, including, of course, the United States, to boycott that particular Olympics at the time in Soviet Union. And, of course, the Soviets turned around and boycotted the United States Olympics in Los Angeles in 1984. Even though they trained most of their athletes to put up with the atmospheric conditions in Los Angeles, they had to run through forest fires sucking on a muffler. But I don't know. Please get peace in the world first before you have to fake it. Fake it in sports. And this is based on, of course, this is based on the original Olympics that was created in ancient Greece. Bunch of naked guys running around. Yeah, no wonder the Olympics are such of an appeal to women. Then a bunch of barely clothed, closet case sissy boys running around in short shorts. That's one of the reasons why women draw to this stuff. Most women. Obama supporting nagging housewives. Now, there's two things that really draw these women to this kind of thing. One, as I said, these closet case pretty boys running around in short shorts, and of course, women empowerment. And of course, this time, women empowerment is going to go crazy because there's more women being athletes in this situation than the men when it comes to the American delegates, athletic delegates to the Olympics. There's it's more to the women. I don't care. It's like, maybe showing that men don't want to waste their time, waste their lives doing goofy sports and these goofy little sports things where they can play real sports like football and basketball and professional wrestling. I mean, do you actually see shit like this in the Olympics? That's why Olympics all the time. No, it's every 4 fucking years. You get these preteens, and it's so interesting too that there's never been, as far as I know, a report about pedophilia in the Olympics. You never hear about coaches being arrested or put on trial for doing fruity things with the kids and these things. Because he got little kids and these Greek creepy guys. Most of these are like former Russian trainers with these big, thick mustaches. Training him to do these things like gymnastics and swimming and all that. and never hear it. Maybe because the media and the press and the liberals and that control everything prefer that this is their sports. They love this. They want to go after the Catholic Church. They want to go after college thing because these are the last bastions of conservatism out there. So or some form of conservatism. I don't know. And of course. Let's talk about the most talked about person in all the Olympics too. It's Michael Phelps. You remember Michael Phelps? He really started getting noticed back in the 2008 Olympics. Just by swimming. And I look at this guy. This guy is freaking enormous. This guy's a giant. And like, are you thinking like swimmers are these average built dudes? And this guy's like as big as a basketball player. Of course, he's gonna win every time. He's got the length advantage. He's got the body length advantage. He make it over there quicker than the rest of them. And of course, you want to make it more interesting? Yeah, give him a bong, and have him eat a Subway sandwich while doing that stuff. And remember right after the Olympics, this guy gets busted. Somebody takes a picture of him smoking a bong on the internet, puts it on the internet. He almost loses it all. I mean, nobody brings it up. Nobody brings it up that this guy, that was nothing. I'm not going to jump on, pot smokers or anything. But you got to remember, the Olympics is a higher ideal that of their athletes, and they don't want them doing stuff like that. Of course, in other words, they want them to sacrifice their normal lives to doing all this sissy sports shit. I don't know. It's nothing I really go for. I mean, what's the use of being famous? You're going to sacrifice shit. Sacrifice, ridiculously. And kids go. It's like they always in these commercials. They always display the kids going. There I go. Oh, they want to grow up to be like these people. Which what. I mean, you're only married maybe every 4 years, unless you do something outside of it. Oh, and speaking of controversies when it came to the Olympics, that Tanya Harding thing that came a couple years ago, and Nancy Kerrigan? This whole thing was involving who was going to go to the Olympics. Tanya Harding was so desperate to get herself in the Olympics when it came to ice skating or whatever. She hires a guy to knock out Nancy Kerrigan's legs, so that she can get a better chance of being into the Olympics. Of course, it didn't work. That's a lot of peace and honor involved in this bullshit. And I mean, did you people watch the 4.5 hours of bullshit called the opening ceremonies? I think the only entertaining thing of the whole thing was like the giant bell that looked like the Liberty Bell, which was kind of weird. Then you had Rowan Atkinson co-performing and banging his finger on the keyboard while they're performing the theme to Chariots of Fire. That was kind of funny, especially with all the the added footage stuff. I think that was kind of funny. And of course, then this amongst all that little sissy kid shit, you had the giant Voldemort puppet. That was pretty cool looking. Even though he didn't fight Harry Potter this time, he fought Mary Poppins. Oh God. Well, I mean, at least find somebody cool like Doctor Who or something. Here it is. The big spectacular thing is like, in other words, it's basically England showing off. You know how much attention whores the English are. I mean. They conquered almost the whole world, and of course, then they joined the world of jumping on the United States' case for having a few territories, which we got through, fighting other countries in wars and stuff, legitimate wars. It wasn't like wars of conquest here. It was just, we just won it because we beat another country. But I enjoyed the 100th episode of Raw with full DX returning. And all, but you know, the Olympics, I don't know. I think it's a total waste of time. It's just symbolism and bullshit, and just the advertising. I mean, they openly admitted in an article, in one of those pull-out pages from USA Today, that I'm serious. You watch this, it's all directed towards women. That's a big shot. Most media and shit's directed towards women these days. And of course, as I said, women go for this kind of stuff because it's women empowerment, and which I don't know. I mean, women mostly dominate these kind of sports anyway, so and it's also because they like seeing these little closet case sissy boys running around in short shorts. So it's not much I'm going to watch, watch to make fun of, but I mean, my sister-in-law doesn't even want to really watch the Olympics. She was watching she was preferred watching the opening and closing and maybe the swimming and some of the women gymnast shit, but she watched the opening events. We were sitting there watching the opening events. She thought it sucked too. It turned her off from watching the closing events, and also yeah, I mean, if you got any sense of, intelligence, don't watch the Olympics. It's one big hypocritical pile of shit anyway. Just be glad within a few weeks we'll be back in the football season or something. I mean, I'm not a big watcher. I mean, I watch a little bit of football here and there. I mostly watch Super Bowl. But, hey, the Olympics is the women's equivalent to the Super Bowl. Go figure. Even though they had to wait 4 years every time. But I mean, there is some more intelligent women out there to watch football, surprisingly. But that's pretty much it. This is Degeneration HanX, and that's my say about the Olympics. The 17 days of a total waste of time. And stay tuned here for more rants and wackiness here on the Weirdo Network. See ya.
Well, I guess if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.